The Don'ts of Real Estate with Mama Liz, Loadholt with AgentOwned Realty. The commission. Don't focus on your commission. When you focus on commission, most of the time you end up not giving the quality service that your clients deserve. Never write a contract on a property that you have not seen. You probably think, wow, nobody would do that. But oh yes, I've seen it happen, and it can cause you major problems. Never guarantee a customer or client anything, especially a profit. Never sign your customer or client's names on legal papers. Not a good idea. Can get you in major trouble. That's just fraud, actually. Never sign as a witness unless you actually do witness the signature. I've had agents that maybe the clients were out of state and they had emailed or faxed the contract to them, and there was no one there to witness their signature. So when the contract got back, they witnessed the signature on the paper, but they had not actually seen them sign it. That could be a very expensive lesson for you. Do not do that. Never depend on a listing agent for accurate information. You should always check the tax records for your information. Never say you can get loan approval with no stipulations before the closing date, because that is just not going to happen unless perhaps you have somebody, say, putting $400,000 down on a $500,000 purchase price. Then yes, maybe. But 99% of the time, you're not going to get it until closing. Never write a contract that says it's only contingent on financing when you know the person needs to sell a property in order to qualify. That's unethical, dishonest, it's just not right. Don't do it. Never sign saying that you have earnest money unless you actually have it in hand. This could also be a very expensive lesson for you. Just don't do it. Never change the commission or important data in MLS after the contract is ratified. I had an agent one time that there was a listing agent one time that had a 3% co-op commission in MLS. And then after the contract was ratified, the agent went in MLS and changed it to 2%, saying that she had done so much more work and deserved more of the commission. Well, you cannot do that. Do not do that. The commission, when the contract is ratified, the commission that's in MLS is the commission that is owed. Do not expect the extension clause of the contract to be automatic extension of a closing date. A lot of agents do that, but remember what that extension clause says. It's only if the closing does not take place due to no fault of the buyer or seller. That is not intended to be an automatic extension of the closing date. On your listing, never give another agent information on offers that you may have on the property. There are a lot of agents that will ask you, well, what is your offer? You do not give them that information. That is not in your seller's best interest to do that. Never allow buyers to move in prior to closing. This is a Mama Liz rule. You just don't want to do that. I can tell you the nicest buyers in the world will turn on you and look for every reason in the world not to close on time. So just don't do it. If you find yourself in a situation that you feel like it's necessary, then contact your broker and discuss it with your broker. Never be a power of attorney for buyers or sellers for a closing. Never be a power of attorney for buyers or sellers for a closing. This is another Mama Liz rule. It can get you in trouble. Have them use a relative, a family, friend, or maybe even the closing attorney. It's just not a good idea for you to do it. Not a good idea to purchase your own listing. Another Mama Liz rule. I can tell you the sellers may be thrilled that you're buying it right now, but in a year or 2 years from now, they may look back and say that you took advantage of them. So it's just not a good idea. Never counter multiple contracts at one time. This could get you in serious trouble if you do that. So when you get multiple contracts, pick the one that you think is the better one and then counter that one first. It is legal to counter multiple contracts at a time, but Mama Liz is telling you it's not a good idea to do that. You can get yourself in trouble. Regarding the social media, do not only post listings on Twitter and Facebook. Don't overshare on Twitter and Facebook. The public doesn't want to know every move that you're making. But the purpose of social media is to build your relationships with the other people that are on Facebook and Twitter and the other social media that you might be involved in. So over time, that happens. Don't give up after a week and think, oh, this is just not working for me. I'm not going to do it anymore. It takes time to build those relationships. Believe me, they work.